Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Isma Ainun and I want to explain uh, about the answer of final exam. Answer number one: learning management system is software designed to create, distribute, and manage the delivery of learning content. This system can help teachers to plan and create syllabus, manage learning materials, manage student learning activities, manage grades, recapitulate student absenteeism, display grade transcripts, and manage a learning display. Learning how to develop learning. Step 1. Creating lesson contents that are easy to remember and understand. Step 2. Embed learning testimonials on the website. Step 3. Choosing the right learning management system. The answer number 2. Based on research conducted by Richard Mayer at the University of California, Woodcock proposed 6 principles that can be used as guidelines for developing a learning, namely 1. Multimedia principle. The use of appropriate graphics according to the text and learning objectives can improve learning. For example, to display a process of spreading a virus, it is more effective to use animation than static graphics. 2. Relationship principle. The placement of the text must be close to the graphic. For large amounts of text, it is arranged so that the text and graphics are not separate. For example, using the right combination of scrolling. 3. The principle of modality. The use of audio can improve learning, especially to explain an animation or visualization of complex and unfamiliar material. 4. The principle of redundancy. Explanation of graphics via audio and excessive text can be detrimental to learning. For example, a graphic is simply equipped with text. Giving narration can interfere with the user's comfort when observing the graph. 5. Coherence principle. Improper use of visual display, text, and sound can be detrimental to learning. 6. Principle of personalization. The use of everyday language and other research presents can enhance learning. For example, a learning CD will be more interesting if it uses everyday language and is accompanied by a narration from research persons. The answer number 3. The principle of technology in education does have its own problems. It takes time for the transformation process from a system that used to apply little technology to a system with a more dominant technology application. This problem can be 1. HR, development of teaching staff to have professional competence in the field of ICT, plus the attitude of educators who are reluctant to follow changes and fear of new information technology. Few educators are able to apply new technology. 2. Curriculum. There is no standardization and responsibility for implementing technology and learning. The implementation of curriculum and learning has not fully utilized ICT. Evaluation of the student learning process has not referred to the application of ICT. 3. Hardware. Very many problems found here, starting from the difficulty of providing ICT equipment, the lack of expert who can operate the equipment, difficulty of keeping up with the rapid development of ICT, to the limited funds for maintenance and repairs in the event of a breakdown. For software, lack of or very little software that provides all the subject matter, limited software development innovation to overcome problems with the use of ICT. 5. Funds. At least funds are provided to meet the implementation of ICT. The funds should also be divided for maintenance and repairs. 6. Limited learning facilities. For example, computers, narrow buildings or classrooms, inadequate libraries, and limited books to support learning. The answer number 4. The application is Google Classroom. Google Classroom is a mixed learning platform dedicated to every educational setting intended to find solutions to the difficulties of creating, sharing, and classifying paperless assignments. Google Classroom ties multiple Google services together to lend a hand for educational institutions to move towards a paperless system. Assignment creation and assignment can be complete via Google Drive while using Gmail to generate notifications in Google Classrooms. Students can be invited to a classroom in several ways: through the institution database, through a private code which can then be added to the student interface, or by being imported along from the school information management system. Okay, I think that's all. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.